ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, I'd like to thank my son, Michelangelo, for allowing me to be here. As far as today's workshop that we have for you is the song is called Saburo Me. Some of the single string techniques that I use is called this slide, because I did the diminished chord. It's a half step slide. But there's also the gliss, the biggest. We also have ostinato, we have the gliss, we have the hammer-on, and we have the trills. We have the double-handed technique. And we have the pull-off, hammer-on, pull-off, hammer-on, pull-off. Okay, and this is called a smear. So we got those are called single string techniques. Yeah. Okay, and I'd like to thank George Chun for helping us, my son and I. George Chun is the wonderful exclusive producer for Tom Moffat. He recorded a lot of stars like The Invitations, Marlene Tsai, you name it. And they're located right across of us. George was here just a little while ago. I'd like to thank George Chun, just to acknowledge George and his wife Doris, and his son Sean, and Andrea, and Tom Moffat, and Tom Moffat Productions. I also like to acknowledge, thank you for Eric and Janice Watanabe, and Ashley and Peter, and Don and Taylor. Also Rolando and Wanda Sanchez. Thank you so much. These are people that have been wonderful to us. Thank you for Leanne Lum. Yeah, and Mr. Yoshioka from Harry's Music Store, Alan Yoshioka, and my friend that just passed away, Clay, from Good Guys, a memorial to him. Okay, so basically I started off with the song Saburo Me. I'm using my thumb so I can get a good tone instead of the pick. I learned it from Nando Swan. In the 60s, Nando went to the mainland and he took some lessons from West Montgomery. So it's wonderful that I'm using that. I also use a pick, but I use the pick for blues, so I get more treble. This one here, I'm just using my thumb. Yes, indeed, I'd like to welcome you guys to come over to Nico's on Wednesdays. We're featuring Michelangelo at 4 o'clock, and then we have George Chun singing the oldies, jazz tunes, and we have Nando and I, we do the jazz, so Latin jazz as well as the Hawaiian instrumentals. Okay, also today I'd like to work on what is called chord construction. So Angelo can take this back, and then let me set this up. Okay. So what we're working on today is called chord construction. Okay, what I did initially is it's a follow-up. I'm having the workshops to be methodical. Okay, I started you off with the circle of fourths and fifths, and then I backed up and I went to the chromatic scale, and from the chromatic scale I went to the C major scale, root 2-2-1, 2-2-2-1. Here we have the C major scale. Remember I told you the language of music, thanks to Pythagoras, from the 6th century BC, from the island of Ionia in Samos, came up with this mathematical equation. Basically, this is called tertian harmony. Okay, so it's C, E, G, Keg, Diffa, Egab, Fac, Gibbet, Ace, and Bidif. Here, what I did is harmonize the C major scale going up, because we have 7 tones, right? So we have the Keg, Egab, Gibbet, Bidif, Diffa. Can you see how that works mathematically? That equates to a C major 13. Now, based on the starting point, C is the starting point. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So in the beginning, even though we're in the key of C, when we go to D, based on the beginning, we have to consider in the key of D, there are two sharps. Huh? So for the D minor, the second degree, so this is your first degree. This is the second degree, the Roman numeral system. So the second degree, we have a D minor, 13th. We have 1, flat third, 5, flat 7, 9, 11, and 13. For the third degree, and this template carries over to every chord in your circle of fourths or fifths. The third degree is an E minor with a flat 9th and a flat 13, because based on the starting point E, in the key of E there are 4 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. In this case, the F is natural and the C is natural, so that equates to E minor, flat 9, flat 13. The fourth degree, right here, is also a major chord. That's a 1/4. Normally, when you start off a song, it starts off on the 1 and it moves a perfect fourth to the fourth degree. And so the fourth chord is F major 13, sharp 11. So we got the 1, 3, 5, 7, the major 7, 9, and the B is a sharp 11, because in the key of F, based on the starting point, in the key of F there's 1 flat, B flat. So there we have a sharp 11, which is a B natural. So it's a F major 13, sharp 11. Okay, for the 5 chord, right here, we have basically we have a G. Initially, yeah, it says G. We have a G13, 1, 3, 5, flat 7, 9, 11, and 13. So that's a G13. Okay, and for the 6 minor, we have A minor, flat 13. Based on the starting point of A, we have the 1, flat third, 5, flat 7, then we have the 9, the 11, and then we have a flat 13, because in the key of A there are 3 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. So as you can see, in the key of A there is no sharp, no F sharp, it's an F natural. Moving on to the B minor 7 flat 5 flat 13. The B minor 7 flat 5 flat 13 is a B, 1, 3 flat 3 flat 5, and we got a flat 7, and we got a flat 9. So we can call this B minor 9th, flat 5, and then we have a flat 13. So one student asked me, how can I play these chords with 7 tones? What you want to do is, when you're playing these chords here, deconstruct it. For chord construction, the most important tones to keep in chord construction, when you're building chords, you want to play these other chords, is you want to keep the 3rd and the 7th. The third will determine if the chord is major or minor. The 7th will determine whether the chord is major 7 or minor 7, and of course you need the concept tone. Okay, what you want to do is, what you can do, and what most people do, is we eliminate the 1 or the 5, because the bass player is playing 1, 5. So basically, the 1 chord in the key of C, here's a C, it equates to C, the C major 7, C, C6, C major 7, C major 9, C major 11, C major 13. For the 2 chord, then we have a D minor 9, D minor 6, D minor 11, D minor 13. For the E minor, we have an E minor 13, flat 9. For the F major 7, we have F major 13, sharp 11. For the G 13, the 5 chord is G13. The 6th chord is the A minor. We have the A minor 9th, flat 13. And for the B minor 7, flat 5, we have the B minor 7, flat 9, and flat 13. Of course, this equates to G7 with, okay, you superimpose that, the C equates, the A minor equates to C, the G13 equates to B minor 7 flat 5, the F major 7 equates to D minor 7, or the D minor 9 family. The A minor equates to the C major, or you can play that against G major, and the D minor is basically the F major. The A minor is against the C, the C major is against the A minor or the E minor. Okay, what do I mean? Can you pass me the guitar, please, son? Okay, because of the spelling. C chord here. So here's the C chord. G7. C, right? But instead of D, I go to B minor 7, flat 5, G7. Instead of going to the C, I go to the E minor. And then the C also, the A minor is also part of the C chord because of the spelling, the chord tones. A minor is spelled ACE, E minor is spelled EGB. Those are the chord tones that make up the C major 7. Now the D minor 7 right here is also F major 7. They hold the same chord tones. So D minor 7, G13, D13, which is the G9, and then C, the 1.